Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today to learn more about the PrEP and COVID-19 home-based testing. My name is Patia Saberi and I'm the principal investigator of the study. I'm joined here by Nick, who will be doing these tests as I walk him through each. Remove any rings from your fingers. Wash your hands with warm water. It's helpful to massage your fingers as you're washing them to increase the blood flow to your fingers. Dry your hands with a clean towel. Let's start with the blood sample. For this test, rub your hands together for 10 to 20 seconds. Shake your hands vigorously toward the floor to encourage blood flow to your fingers. Now choose a finger from your non-dominant hand, ideally ring or middle finger, and using the alcohol wipe, disinfect your finger. While the alcohol is drying, place the dried blood spot card within easy reach and open the top flap, being careful to not touch the circles inside the card. Twist the sterility cap off of the lancet. Place the lancet on the side of your fingertip. Press firmly until you hear a click. You need to massage your fingers from the base to tip to encourage blood flow. You'll need to gently place at least 1 to 2 drops of blood per circle to fill the entire circle. Just make sure you're not blotting by touching your finger to the paper. Don't worry if the blood is slightly outside of the circle. Continue until all 5 circles are filled. Once complete, put a Band-Aid on your finger. Blood should saturate all the way through and fill each circle of the collection paper. Without closing the card, lay it on a flat surface and allow the blood collection paper to air dry at room temperature for at least 30 minutes. Do not heat, blow dry, or expose the blood collection card to direct sunlight. Let's move on to the 3-site STI test, starting with the throat test. Label the tube marked oral with your date of birth and collection date, which is today. Hold the collection swab far from the tip. Say ah, ah, and reach the collection swab into your mouth to gently touch and caress the back of your throat. Gently rub the swab tip on your throat side to side, up and down, at least 5 times. Unscrew the cap from the transport tube. Careful to not pour out the liquid in the tube, and place the collection swab tip down into the transport tube, snapping it at the dashed line. Put the cap back on the transport tube and twist it to close to prevent leaks. For the urine test, first write your date of birth and collection date on the tube marked urine. Next, pee into the collection cup. Use the pipette to transfer urine from the collection cup into the tube marked urine. Fill the tube until the liquid is between the designated fill lines. Do not fill tube past the maximum fill line or specimen will be rejected. Place lid onto the collection tube and ensure it is closed evenly and tightly. For the rectal swab, again, label the tube marked anal with your date of birth and date of collection. Then firmly hold the collection swab close to the swab tip. Get into a comfortable position. That allows you to access your anus. Putting your foot on the step stool may help. Gently insert the swab 1 to 2 inches into the rectum and swirl the swab in a circle at least 5 times. Carefully withdraw the swab and place the collection tube to mark anal. Ensure to not pour out the liquid in the tube. Place the collection swab tip down into the transport tube, snapping it at the dashed line. Put the cap back on the transport tube and twist it close to prevent leaks. Finally, the COVID-19 PCR swab test. For this test, start by labeling the tube. Then place the entire tip of the swab, 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch inside the nose, and rub the side of the swab tip with moderate pressure against as much of the wall of the anterior nares region as possible, moving the tip through a large circular path inside the nose. Make about 4 to 5 sweeping circles in one nostril, then using the same swab and without putting the swab down, repeat in your other nostril. This should take approximately 10 to 15 seconds per nostril. Simply twirling the swab against one part of the inside of the nose or leaving the swab in the nose for 10 to 15 seconds is not proper technique and may result in insufficient sample. While continuing to hold the swab, twist the cap off the collection tube, being careful not to spill the liquid. Put the swab in the tube, tip down, and break off at the indentation mark by bending against the edge of the tube. Twist the cap closed to tightly seal the tube. Once you're done, make sure you've labeled all tubes and the dried blood spot card. Place the tubes and the card in their respective biohazard bag with the absorbing pad. Place the bags inside the box and place the box in the mailer. Next, drop the package in the mail. You can choose a USPS pickup location, post office, or mail drop. You're good to go. Nice job, Nick. As a final portion of the study, we'll email you a survey so you can tell us more about your experience and how we can improve it. Thank you again.